baptize you there in the Lake of Michigan?
No, that'd be sick though.
What if they sanctified the whole lake?
They should. It's
They
fresh
should.
water.
I thought you were going to say, what if they sank the lake?
Into what?
Another lake. It's a lake on lake situation.
Lake on lake crime.
Lake on... But what about lake on lake crime? No one is talking about this.
This is what the Republicans hate us for.
Do we get headphones in this podcast?
No.
Oh, damn. Dude, I was like, I'm not going to shower and fix my head in the dent because I will surely be wearing headphones on this other podcast.
Yeah,
So-
no. It's well, the thing is, like, we don't have like audio drops or anything that would like inform or like necessitate headphones. Plus, I don't know how to do a hookup with like more than one set of headphones for this Zoom recorder.
Oh,
really crazy,
it's a
though,
three-way
'cause I
splitter.
can-
Yeah, I
A
should do
what?
that. A three-way. You just put it's like one audio jack into three.
Yeah.
Oh,
I should
what?
do
Am
that.
I hearing nerd alerts?
Have you
Oh.
ever watched a portable DVD player on an airplane in the early 2000s with a sibling
Good
and
times.
splitter? Boom. That's
yeah.
your solution.
Oh, no, we didn't do that. We flew in airplanes where there were TVs right on our seats.
Whoa, baller
Baller
alert! Whoa.
Sorry, I'm a proletariat.
Sorry, feminists.
Yeah, sorry, feminists.
What are you, triggered? I use portable DVD players.
No, that was a running theme on our road trips. The portable DVD player in the back. I remember being a
yeah.
kid and seeing my mom going to the car dealership to get a new car.
Yeah.
And we looked at the Ford Windstar, which is a van, and I only remember the name of the model because it had a DVD player built into the back seats, and I was like,
Oh.
Mom.
That is, it is so insane when you see that for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
A screen built into a car.
Dude.
Oh
Feels
yeah.
very Pimp My Ride.
Oh, so Pimp My Ride.
I want my attention span devastated. I don't want it to ever focus on anything. The Ford
I
Windstar
want
with the
my
DVD
attention
player.
span penetrated so deep.
Yeah.
You're always saying this.
I am.
Lucas is all, the attention span is the G-spot of the male body.
Hit me right in the attention span. That's why he's on TikTok, because he's just massaging that G spot.
You just ripped me a new attention span.
Straight guys are always like, don't touch my attention span.
Yeah.
It's gonna make me gay.
Can I touch your attention span? You can't touch mine.
I had it touched and I realized I liked it. A little bit too much.
Is this the cold open, or is this...
This is the freezing, cold, dripping, sopping wet open.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
So cold and wet fungus is going to grow in the corners of the room of it.
Oh, gross.
Oh, yeah. Black mold. I'm so lost in whatever bit I was ripping on.
Please welcome our favorite
boy.
piece of black mold in the world.
Indeed.
Hell
First off,
yeah.
welcome to Two Nosy Meerkats.
Yes. Welcome to Two Nosy Meerkats.
I'll let you do the intros.
No, you go ahead.
No. I do it too often. I think it's time to be a feminist for
I
once in my
think
life.
that
We
You're
love
afraid.
delegating responsibilities.
Indeed.
Yeah, he's always delegating to me.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But he never delegates me the intro because I think he's afraid of what would happen.
I'm afraid of women talking.
Whoa.
That too.
Women having a voice. I don't know how I feel about it in this world.
All right, Gabby, let's take it from the top.
I think Lucas is scared of how much power I would wield if given the intro.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
I'm going to really milk this. This guest who we have today is so sumptuous, so stunning. As he mentioned before, he has a big dent in his head that is very odd. You were like, oh, there's a dent in my head, and I just pictured like a little like shelf inside of your head. Yeah, it was like, you don't have a dent in your
Like
head.
the inside of a
Oh,
Pokeball. Like,
Yeah. My hair is just short enough that maybe you can't see it, which is perfect.
Oh, perfect.
I now want you to show me where I've never.
Can you see my headphone dent?
Oh, in your hair. I thought it was in your
Yeah.
skull. I was
No
like,
way,
whoa.
dude.
Yeah, you were like, I'm hiding the dent in my skull.
I was like,
Yeah.
okay. Are
Yeah,
you
after
okay?
after
Like-
the birthday party last night, I was in a severe car accident. Now my skull
Yeah.
looks like a taco.
Goodness me.
The very delicious taco of a man who we will be tacoing to on this episode.
Ooh.
Give it up for the king of Beyblades himself, Maxim Allen.
Yeah.
Talk about an intro.
I feel like you give me Beyblades vibes.
Dude, I wish. I feel like now as an adult, I never played Beyblades, but when I
Yeah.
see Beyblade TikTok, I'm so jealous because, man, the physics It's like that scratches the engineer part of my brain real good. I'm like, angular momentum. Oh.
I think Beyblade scratches the same part of my brain that loves like Robot Wars.
Real ones?
Oh, did you ever watch Robot Wars? They were so much fun. People would build like robots that like could fight each other, and then it would be like a tournament.
Oh, so it's like real robot, not like an animated series or anything like that.
No. They would build real robots
Okay,
to
yeah,
compete
yeah.
against each other. Yeah,
I did
it
that.
was so much fun to watch.
I did that in high school. It wasn't like BattleBots, but it was like
Okay.
a robotics competition.
Yeah.
Very fun stuff.
I've never felt before like the person in a room who's had the most sex until like, this is my first time.
Have you never felt this cool?
I've never felt this cool in my entire life until you're like, the Robot Wars is with the
my
people
God.
just scratching the engineer in my brain.
You know what I did last week when I came here? I
Yeah.
walked in. I was like, Lucas, what kind of microphones are these? Oh, what you got for the cameras? I was like
Oh,
doing a
yeah.
folk
Oh,
equipment
yeah.
tour.
Big
you know,
tech over here. Freaking
Oh, yeah.
Elon
big
Musk.
tech guy. Yeah.
We got Peter Thiel over here.
Wait, who's that? I don't
He's
know who that is.
Oh,
he's like the private security guy.
Yeah, he invented oh no, Elon Musk is PayPal.
Yeah.
Yes,
Did Thiel invent Venmo?
No, I think Venmo's part of
the lift of PayPal.
Oh my god, you're right.
the lift of yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
That checks out.
Listeners, write in what Peter Thiel invented.
I think
Yeah.
he's a bad guy.
He's not a good guy. He's
Oh,
like
okay.
a bajillionaire who believes that he will never age because he's
Oh.
going to be able to access anti-aging technologies.
Ah.
And he like owns his own island, and I mean, I guess everyone does, but he has like a little.
Does everyone else just rent their island, or is it?
Yeah, he owns. He's an island owner.
It's more cost effective and better for your investment if you own the island.
Tyler Perry has his own island.
No way.
He does. He has his own island.
Where are these islands? I guess being from Colorado and a
all
landlocked
next to each
place.
other.
In Lake Michigan.
I thought, okay, here's my deal. I thought all coastline property would be purchased by rich people. And then I figured if there are islands, everyone would have bought them already. Because do we have enough islands for every rich person to just own an island?
There are like thousands in Sweden. Thousands of islands.
I guess so.
Ever heard of Thousand Island dressing?
Oh. So there's only 2 islands where I'm from, Long Island and Staten Island. Yeah.
The only 2 genders I acknowledge.
That's you just did a great Pete Davidson impression.
I just did, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Poor
my
guy.
Sorry, here's my real Pete Davidson impression.
Impression? Yeah. Let's hear it.
Weed. That's it.
Pretty good.
That's all I know about him.
That's pretty on point, man.
My girlfriend was on the podcast last week and did a similar Pete Davidson impression. And I also did a Pete Davidson impression, but mine was, I like fucking... Pretty good.
That's all you need.
Yeah.
I feel like as someone who doesn't watch SNL but hates on it every chance he gets, that's my
Yeah.
best I can give you.
Be honest, is it because you want to be on it?
No, it's because I grew up on watching Mad TV. So the first
Much
time
better.
someone showed me SNL, I was like, this is softy
The
trash.
lift of SNL.
The lift of SNL, yeah.
No,
and
SNL is the Via of late night TV.
SNL is like Venmo. Mad TV was like Cash App.
Ooh, true.
That is a very good comparison.
And then Key and Peele is cold hard cash, baby.
oh yeah.
Yeah, Key and Peele is just
Key
delicious.
and Peele is Zell.
No
Zell.
currency needed. So easy. Yeah, gets to your door in minutes. Or your banking app.
I'm
not
trying
your
to think
door.
what's the Quibi of sketch comedy.
Quibi.
Oh, yeah, right.
Quibi of sketch comedy.
It's every comedian who makes a big break and does one season of a sketch show. That's Quibi. Like the guy
okay.
who plays Jaime in Broad City, he had a sketch show for one
Did
season.
he?
He did.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that bad.
I only saw one bit from it, and it was like the architect who specializes in designing miserable buildings, like the old LaGuardia Airport. And I was
Yeah.
like, that's
Funny.
really fucking good.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
watch the show.
The market is just so saturated with like great sketches.
Oh yeah.
There was this one John Early sketch that I think about constantly, and nobody knows it. It's
I don't know who John Early is off the top of my head.
he's on Search Party. He's
Okay.
a comic. He's really funny. He has this one sketch where like they're at a dinner party and it's like his engagement party to this like Filipino man, and
Okay.
he goes on this long-winded rant, and he's so annoying, John Early, about like how it's finally okay for him to, like, it's like a progressive liberal group. He's like, it's okay for me to love myself and be, I can't even say it, gay. And everyone's like laughing at him.
Can you just say that again?
Gay. And then the Filipino guy like goes up and very sincerely starts going like, I never thought I'd fall in love like this growing up where I did, where I was oppressed. And everyone's kind of like tearing up and they're so sweet and happy. And John Early like sees him getting all this attention and he like fake faints. It's so good.
Whoa.
And I tell people about this and no one has seen it because the sketch market is so saturated.
Yeah.
There's too much.
There was a sketch. Did you guys ever watch Little Britain? Ever on like YouTube
No.
or anything? It was a sketch show where they were.
This is like the deep cut recommendation from someone who goes to London every Christmas.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
have you all seen Little Britain? And we're like, what?
Little Britain. I've seen
Yeah.
Little Britain.
Yeah.
Your dick and balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was this they would do like characters, recurrent characters. They would always do like one catchphrase, and one of my favorite ones was this dude called Daffyd Thomas, who is like a dude in a small Welsh village who really likes the idea of him being oppressed for being gay, but no one is doing it. He's like, it's so hard to be the only gay in the village, and like, but everyone is like, I take cocks in my ass, and they're like
Overly supportive.
they're like, oh, Brad down the street loves a bit of cock or something. It's just like it's shit like that where everyone in town is either gay, has a gay friend, is married, it's like that.
That's how everyone must have felt in ancient Greece.
Oh yeah.
Everyone was pretty
Yeah.
gay in ancient Greece.
Oh yeah.
Real horned up guys.
Yeah.
Real horned up.
Not much different than Brooklyn, ancient Greece.
We need
Trying to invent theater as well.
we need a men's only naked outdoor bathhouse. That's what we need to revert back to our ancient Greek roots.
Has there been any naked stand-up shows?
Yeah,
There's
definitely.
been naked roast battles.
naked
That's a
roast
thing.
battles for sure.
Oh yeah.
Who have you participated?
I have not participated. However, I've been made aware that they exist.
I mean, I just feel like
And I'll say no more.
ooh, you've been made aware, as in
Literally,
you looked from a bush.
I was masturbating in the corner.
Ooh.
Everyone saw it. It was actually just part of the roast.
I'm
So
Louis C.K.
they're making fun. They're making fun of each other, and they're naked.
Yeah. No, I heard it mentioned on Roast Battle on Comedy Central. They were like, these people, they did a naked roast battle. I was like, oh, that's a thing, and that's where I heard it mentioned.
Yeah, it exists. Can you imagine a worse place to bomb?
Oh.
Ooh, good point.
Yeah. Maybe the World Trade Center Memorial. That would be a worse place.
Chernobyl.
Oh.
Chernobyl.
We're just going to name other bomb sites or
guess it wasn't-
other huge disasters
It
in
was
history.
just a disaster.
Yeah.
Like a really somber places. You can't bomb in somber places. You can't bomb at the Vietnam Memorial.
No.
Yeah.
You can't. Be crazy if they put up a stand-up show at the Vietnam Memorial. It felt for a few months during COVID like stuff like that was gonna happen. Like didn't matter whose gravestone was right there.
Yeah.
It's like we gotta get a show up somehow.
What was without saying who put the show on, what was the worst place you've ever seen a pandemic comedy show?
Dude, I ran both of them.
You're right.
No, I will say our first place in Prospect Park by the picnic house was great for like an outdoor picnic hang.
Yes.
Terrible because of birthday party DJs.
Indeed.
And then we were like, oh, we got to get the fuck out of here. Where should we go? Oh, I know. Jane's Carousel in Dumbo, where the train passes, the ferry goes by, people jet ski, people are proposing, and there are helicopters.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that took the cake.
Imagine trying to crowd work on a proposal.
Can I say one of my
God.
favorite moments ever was at your show at Jane's Carousel when Claire Alexander was on stage, and
Former Meerkats guest.
former Meerkats guest, we love her. But there was a mixtape music video getting shot like 20
yes.
feet away, and I
Yep.
caught video of it while you can, because the thing is, they're just mouthing along like with like nothing playing, while the only thing you can hear is Claire. Just here going, yeah, just like.
I love the idea of mouthing to Claire's stand-up. Like these guys are making a mixtape
Yeah.
to the sound of like, I love my dad.
No, one of the peak moments there for like that, like I will never forget this, because we would start the show and I would just bark at everybody within earshot to come and watch the show. Meanwhile, 10 feet to my right, some guy is taking his girlfriend or partner or whatever on like a date, and he had set up a table with a tablecloth and candles and chairs and like a full like he went above and beyond, and they were just having this like waterside like table picnic, so romantic. And I'm like, you guys want to listen? You guys want to take a seat?
Oh my god.
Disastrous. What about you guys? What's the worst outdoor comedy show that you got involved in?
I remember it wasn't because it was you producing it, but there was that's a great way to start a sentence. It wasn't because you were involved, but it was terrible.
It was the thunderstorm.
I was thinking of
Yes,
that.
it was a thunderstorm. It was Maxim put on a stand-up show that I was on. And Lee, yes. Well, I love
She was
to
the
erase
mastermind.
women.
Yeah, I love to erase women.
Yeah, it's like pulling a Lucas. You know?
Hey, zinger.
It's one nosy meerkat and one no good meerkat.
Nosy Meerkat, the podcast.
I hadn't done stand-up in like 3 months, and I was really afraid of COVID. I know you guys remember I showed up in that insane face shield.
Yeah.
I couldn't even recognize you.
Yeah, you didn't recognize me. So I show up, and then I start going up like in my face shield, and then it starts pouring down rain, and I feel like I was just out of it and like kind of like nervous and off. So I was like, I don't think I should keep going, right? Like, to the audience. They were like, no, keep going. I was like, okay. I started another joke. I'm like, no, we shouldn't keep going. They're like, keep going. They were too nice. And then I kept going, and then it starts pouring rain. Then we had to run under a tree.
Yep.
Then it stopped raining, so we ran back.
Yeah.
I finished my set. It actually goes okay for the park. I mean, I don't know if you remember like that set, but it was like most people at your show that time, like you couldn't not really bomb because you can't. The laughter just dissipates.
Yeah, it was too open.
It's so comedy loves walls.
Yeah.
The funniest thing was that when we were huddled under the tree, I remember Anya Jones.
Yeah.
She was doing stand up, and I don't know why it made it so much more funny, but it did. But there was just a Latino family huddling under the tree as well,
like
for
a mom
shelter.
and like a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old,
Exactly.
like right behind Anya as she's telling jokes in this oh my god.
I also
so
remember
funny.
at some point Anya stopped telling jokes and started just asking questions. Or she was like, ask me any question you want. We were all under the freaking thunderstorm, so no one was asking anything. She was just like, come on, what do you want to know from me right now?
Yeah.
I will say that was a crazy time because like I distinctly remember that show. We got so drenched I had to throw my mask away, and walking from Prospect Park back to Clinton Hill without a mask at that time, I was like, I'm so exposed. Like, this is actually dangerous.
Yeah,
Someone's gonna call me
yeah.
out. And I was like, and Anya was like, you're outside. Why does it matter? I was like, I'm naked.
Did I ever tell you that I think it was like in April, I went out April 2020, I went out for just like a walk in the park, and I wasn't wearing a mask. There was no one around me for at least 100 feet, probably 200, but way over in like a field, there was a dad with his kid, and he yelled across at me, "Where's your mask?"
Oh my god!
And I was like, I'm staying apart from people. He was like, no.
It's like a dude that you can only see with a telescope. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, put it on, buddy.
But you know, I was so ashamed. I went home and I got a mask.
Ooh.
Lucas.
I was so ashamed.
I get it.
We gotta
That was
work
the
on that.
energy of the
It
time.
was, yeah.
Because it was the time, I think it was when Twitter first started becoming really toxic for me. It was the time tweets would go viral because they would be like, my mom's uncle just died of COVID. So if you think you want to take your little walk in the park, think again. And it's like, I'm sorry your uncle died of COVID, but I will not be giving your uncle COVID by walking in the park.
Yeah.
But those tweets would get like they would get like 1 million retweets.
Dude, the
and
mask shaming of that era, unforgettable.
Some people like had to develop personalities after that. After like the vaccines came into effect and the CDC was like, it's fine to not wear masks outside. People had to like, I remember someone came up to my dad like after the vaccine. We were like in this huge venue. It was where we'd all had to have been COVID tested or vaccinated to get in. It was a Michelle Wolf show. It was the first show I saw inside post-COVID.
What month was that?
It was,
Wait, let me turn off the speakers on my computer.
I got vaccinated in April, so it was like March.
Okay, yeah.
Of like, and my dad had been vaccinated.
Pretty early
on. And like, this woman walked over and she was like, my dad, I guess, was wearing the mask like on his mouth, and this woman walked over from like 30 feet away. It was like, it goes over your nose, and you can tell she had been doing that all of COVID, and it had become her superpower.
The problem with the pandemic ending is that, or just the pandemic in general, is we learned about a new type of person, a person who's neither right nor wrong, but loves following the rules. It's like so aggressively, like,
and
it's like that can't be your whole thing. I don't know. It's exhausting. I had a one amazing moment with this. This was like earlier this year, or no, not 20. It was like end of 2021. I'm on like a slammed A train, like it's packed. I'm right by the door. There's shoulder to shoulder. There's a woman who's standing kind of a little bit deeper in, and there's a space behind her, and she's like flustered. And the train stops, doors open, people are trying to get on. She's like, "I ain't moving back for nobody. I'm not getting the fuck out of the way. No way." And some guy at the door is like, "Move back, you got a space. Like, fuck you, you got to move back so we can get on." And she just, so in this moment, we're all on this guy's side because there's clearly enough standing room behind her. Yeah. And then she goes, "Where's your mask? We're in a global pandemic." And he goes, "Don't worry about it." And I was like, she's got a point. Like, she won. We are shoulder to shoulder in here, and now you have to stand in the doorway.
Now you've lost.
Yep.
Because you forgot your mask.
The most like specific one is that were you ever in like line to get like maybe a COVID test and someone is like 6 feet?
Oh, I never had that happen.
Oh yeah, I had like that was like the micro version of that I remember so vividly.
People don't say shit to me usually. I've been told
You're too intimidating.
I feel like when I'm in public, people tell me that I look like I'm gonna murder someone. I'm very focused, and I don't really. I don't know.
And when you're in private.
And I'm private, yeah. I'm a private murderer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I'm always like, Maxim is so murdery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
feel
a
like
vibe.
He's always going to kill someone.
People are like, "You're such a good host because you're so likable and people vibe with you." And I'm like, no, it's because they're scared, right? I'm
you're such
intimidating
a good host
them.
because you're so murdery.
Yeah.
They know if they don't smile and laugh, I will come for them, which is the vibe of my comedy show.
Exactly. Well, that's what happened so recently.
Yeah.
Is it not? Would you like to tell the boys
Nah,
and girls?
I
Nope.
can't. Don't, if you're hosting, don't jokingly call an audience member racist because they will walk, and you don't want to walk anybody at a comedy show, even though I know you're not racist and I'm not accused. Okay, whatever. We'll move on.
We can move on.
Because I still feel bad about it, okay?
Yeah.
You're still a good host, Maxim.
You are still a good host.
I mean, after this show, 2 other people who I didn't accuse of being racist
Oh, yeah?
were like, "You were amazing." And I
What
was
a
like,
qualifier for describing someone.
Yeah, right.
Maybe they weren't racist.
They probably weren't, because if you're not racist, you can just be secure in that fact.
I bet you what happened was you said to that audience member, "You are racist," and the audience member was like, "Oh my God, you're right. I need to go home and read White Fragility right now." And left to go read White Fragility.
Thank you for opening the doorway
Gabby,
to this
how's your mic?
discourse.
Does it like swing away or is it?
It swings away.
All right, wait.
Do you want me to tighten your mic stand, Lucas?
I got it.
You fucking nerd! Stop offering him help!
Lucas just is like, "Gabby, is your mic good?" And Lucas's mic has been hitting him in the face this whole time.
But he likes that.
He's projecting, yeah.
He's a theater major. He needs to project.
He needs to project, yeah. I told
need something to do more than anything.
if only you had a soundboard. I want to my
Oh.
next like audio visual type video project, I want to get a soundboard that I can play like crowd noises on.
Nice.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I think it'd be so much fun.
Like someone's on the podcast and they're like, "Yeah, my comedy career was really hard. I remember bombing every single night in New York." And then you just play a sound that goes, "Aww."
I was thinking like I really love the laugh track, and I want to get like a bunch of chimpanzees howling. I think that would be so funny. Just like you have 16 different sounds of a chimp like screaming. I don't know. That's what I want to use it for.
I would use like a diarrhea noise.
Diarrhea,
Oh, yeah.
toilet flush. Radio Shock Jock.
Hell yeah.
What's a radio shock jock?
Those guys were like, welcome to 99.5, the
Oh,
pussy and the
yes!
butt. I'm the butt. And welcome to our show. We got a caller. This woman sucks, everybody. Like, that type of stuff,
Wait, can you just do a little more of a burst of that?
Yeah,
I think
yeah, give
I
us
think we
more
need a little
radio
more. Just a
shock
little
jock,
bit. A little
please.
bit.
Helen, what's going on with you today? Well, these teenagers in my neighborhood, they keep vandalizing my house, and I want to know. Oh, they vandalizing your house because you fucking suck, you woman. That's like shock.
Hey, you got another caller.
Who is it?
Hey, is this radio guy 20?
Yeah, you're talking to 99.5. It's the butt.
Oh, yeah, sorry, that's your name. I just got a really painful divorce, and I kind of wanted just to hear another human voice on the phone.
Wah, wah. Fart noise, wah wah.
Ring
That's
ring.
it.
Hello. Is this 99.5 the butt?
You're talking to the butt.
Hi. I just got some very bad news. I got diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis, and I wanted to hear some encouraging news from my favorite radio host. Is there anything you can say? Any advice or anything?
Well, I'd say to calm your nerves, you need a healthy dose of Alice in Chains. And then I switched to song. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Alice in Chains, so
Really?
just the
Oh.
3 songs.
Is Alice in Chains the school's out for summer guy?
No, I forgot who that is. Alice in Chains is Man in the Box.
I think it's Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper.
Oh,
Okay, yeah.
Wait, I don't actually know Alice in the Chain.
Man in the Box.
Alice in the Chains.
Alice in the Chain. I got mixed up.
Man in the Box, Rooster, and Wood. Like those are like the big ones.
Those are bands?
Those are songs. Those are like I'd say the top 3 greatest hits. I don't know. I listen to those 3, but they're like a vibe. They're like that, mid
They're like
90s.
Seattle grunge, right?
Yeah,
Alice in
yeah.
Chains, yeah.
A little more
So I
metally, but
remember
yeah.
I liked Soundgarden
Oh, okay.
and later Audio Slave, Chris Cornell's project.
You know who we don't give enough credit to? Gen X. I want to say people who are 20 in the 90s are the coolest fucking adults ever.
Hell yeah.
I agree 100%.
Oh yeah.
My dad actually listens. He's a boomer, obviously, but he listens to a lot of Gen X music that I ended up growing up with.
Yeah.
Like
What? Like what?
Okay, there was a huge radio hit in like 1998 that now nobody knows. It was by a one-hit wonder band named Tonic, and it was called "If You Could Only See."
How does it go?
If you could only see
Oh, yeah.
the way she loves me,
Yep.
then maybe you would understand. And then what if I start crying? I start fucking sobbing on this podcast. I like have to take a moment in the bathroom to recoup my emotions.
Yeah.
That shit is crazy.
I had very different musical influences from my parents. Very different. My dad was very big into like Greek and Turkish folk music.
Yes, I was gonna say you have a Sounds of the World vibe.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you do, yeah.
Look at this apartment. Like there's a rain stick in here somewhere.
Oh yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, but
There used to be bongos on my PS4 because I
Yep.
didn't know where else to put them. They were like my dad's
my
from
God.
like elementary school that he just kept.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Here's what I want: Kids Bop, Greek and Turkish folk music edition.
Whoa.
Hell yeah.
Imagine like Kids Bop like Arthurian chants.
Oh my
Like
Kids Bop, Martin Luther's 95 Theses.
Kids Bop Mongolian throat singing.
Oh yeah.
Kids Bop, The Crusades 1 through 4.
Oh my god.
Kids Bop Wagner's Ring Cycle.
Yo, you know what's crazy is like all the Gregorian chants that were ever
Yeah.
performed by like Castrati are technically Kids Bop.
Are they? Oh yeah. Do you know about
Whoa.
the castrati?
No, castrate.
All right, so
yeah,
here's a little
talk
secret
about
that
it.
you Jews don't know about. this
Oh.
is a Catholic one. This is a Catholic single.
Help educate us. I know about this. but
Okay,
yeah,
basically back in the old days when they would have choirs in Catholic like cathedrals and stuff, it was all young boys, and to keep their voices high pitched, instead of using women, because women are the devil or whatever they believed, they would castrate the young boys so they wouldn't go through puberty, so their voices could stay high forever.
yeah. And
Crazy.
the craziest thing also is that they would just get it done at the barber shop.
What?
That's just where they would go. They were like, "Oh, castrati appointment? Yeah, I want my kid to be a singer. All right, in the back." Like that's how it would be. They would go to the
Thinking about barbershops now, like in New York City, like black barbershops, how they're like hubs for like, people to like talk and catch up. What if that was a service? like your Russian barber, like
Oh my God.
handed you a shot, gave you a buzz cut, and was like, "All right, well, let's get the balls off now."
Imagine getting like emotional support from your barber the way you do at a barbershop, like talking about your problems, but they're just castrating you.
Oh my God. It's like work has been really hard. Obviously, work is hard. You're
Yeah.
You're cutting my nuts off.
More like work is never gonna get hard.
Hey.
But like,
Do you need the balls to get hard?
no.
Yes, you said.
No.
Oh.
Ooh.
But you do need it to produce testosterone.
Yes. And sperm cells.
Yeah, that's what.
Sperm cells.
And sperm cells.
So you say them very French. Sperm
Yeah.
cells.
Sperm cells.
Mm.
Les swimmers.
I'm still stuck on the barber thing because I'm imagining
Yeah.
a guy with that like has like a very carefully waxed curly mustache and a bunch
Yeah,
of
the Dali mustache,
expensive forearm tattoos, just
Yeah.
being like, you got to get done with a straight razor, man. That's just how the.
Yeah. It's just, oof, it's scary.
Anyway, the Castrati, those are medieval kids bop. That
Yeah.
was the original joke.
You're right.
You're absolutely right.
It makes you wonder what happened with the real Kids Bop kids. Castrati 2.0.
All right, here's the deal. Okay, guys, I run a podcast every week. I talk to people about their creative passions. If you or someone you know has been on Kids Bop, send them my way. Okay, 100%. You can DM me.
That would be such a good guest.
As an extension, if you are or know a b-boy, I've been asking for one for a while. I can't find one.
Like a breakdancer?
Yeah, like a guy
Yeah.
who breakdances. That's like a very niche part of the world that kind of has come out of style, but is very a strong community.
Just
know
like
a-
DM Jabberwockies.
Jabberwockies.
Yeah.
You guys know any b-boys?
Hey, you guys in the audience know any of the Jabberwockies? Just casually.
What's the creatures' names on Star Wars? You
The
guys know.
Jawa.
Ewoks? Wookiees? What do you mean?
The ones that are furry.
The Ewoks or the
The
Think like
Wookiees.
the Wookiees.
The tiny one or the big one?
The tiny one.
Ewoks.
Ewoks.
I was thinking, like, if you know any Ewoks,
Oh.
let's get them on
Aw.
the pod.
I used to have
Did
a
you
Shih
just feel
Tzu.
so cool right now? Just being like, oh yeah, what are those like creatures in Star Wars that
Sure
I don't
did.
know?
Why do you think I did it so performatively? I was
Yeah.
like, in that movie.
What are those fucking things that you nerds like?
What's that movie? I can't think of the name. It's some like God, a bunch
It's
of
some cuck shit.
something about Jedis and lightsabers and Princess Leia.
Is that Star Trek? I don't know, cause I fuck.
Honestly, I
I
think
like baseball, so clearly I don't fuck that much.
yeah, baseball is super nerdy.
Oh yeah.
Baseball is like all stats.
Yeah.
People don't understand, I think, too. There's an extent to which it's not a sport. If
Yeah.
you're truly like I know offhand who in the Major League Baseball in the past 5 years has the best launch angle and the best exit velocity. Like,
Whoa.
when you know that shit, it's not a sport anymore.
That's so cool.
You
Yeah.
know?
Are you doing your own stats? Do you got a spreadsheet, or are you just do you like
I
listen
know.
to baseball
I look
podcasts?
them up. I mean, there's. I
She's got
listen-
like a cork board with like all of these like and like strings and pins.
That's
like,
what we need.
So this guy would be a great teammate for the. Yeah.
Yeah, I work for every front office.
Yeah.
There's honestly a bunch of nerds that like work in these front offices. And they like crunch numbers, and I do listen to baseball podcasts. If you're ever listening to a baseball podcast, DM me for the ones I listen to because they're better.
Wait, is there any sport that you like grew up with like being obsessed about?
I guess not really. Not to that extent.
Okay.
My favorite two sports are soccer and freestyle skiing.
Okay.
But
Freestyle skiing,
yeah, it's like
b-boy skiing.
b-boy skiing. That's
Oh, yeah.
actually a great way to put it. But like soccer, I only watch during the World Cup and the Euro Cup because it's America and no one gives a shit. And like it feels like I would just be watching soccer for me, and I kind of want to have like a more social experience. But
Yeah.
freestyle skiing, like I grew up skiing. I'm not very I don't have good balance. I guess I just don't have good spatial awareness of my body.
Really?
So like
Okay.
I'm not good. Like I can't really hit rails or do jumps or like spins or anything like that. I just enjoy skiing through trees. But the people who can actually like go fucking crazy on those jumps and like through the terrain park, I'm like, I love that. It's so cool.
I love watching the Olympics. I got
yeah.
really into curling.
Curling.
And your cool
surprisingly-
meter just went down.
Yeah, here I
No.
am being like, I fuck now curling.
Has
Yeah.
made a comeback, a surge this year. Everyone was suddenly like curling is the best sport ever, right?
It is. It's
Not for me. I'm still a curling hater. I still think it's the most boring. No,
Dude.
not
Are
for
you
me.
just not a believer, or are you fully like a hater?
I am to curling what homophobes are to the gay.
Whoa.
I really
To one gay.
To one gay.
to the gay.
Who's the one gay?
Neil
Lucas.
Patrick Harris. No, Lucas Arnold.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I am to curling what homophobes are
I am
to me.
to me. Yeah.
So by transitive property, homophobes hate curling the most.
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
You'd think they'd hate
No, but-
figure skating
Sorry. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
or gymnastics.
Figure skating
Or finger skating.
Figure skating.
Ooh.
Finger up the butt.
I used to think it was. I thought that was the term.
Finger skating?
Finger skating.
Oh, dude, like tech deck, but like little
yeah.
figure
Oh my.
skates.
That would be so good. That's a great idea.
Figure skating's tough.
Oh yeah, but it's
Are you guys good at ice
amazing to
skating?
watch.
I
Sorry,
can ice skate, yeah.
I can
Okay.
ice skate. Yeah, I can do it.
Are you?
I'm like fine. The skiing translates, but there's not. You have to. The forward backward balance fucks me up.
Can Lee ice skate?
I don't remember. She didn't want to roller skate at Prospect Park last
Yeah.
year.
Roller
What-
skating is
Do you like
harder.
roller skating or rollerblading?
I think okay. Also underrated sport. I think inline skating is sick. I would
Oh, yeah.
if I wasn't like getting older and not really like into that, I would do it. But like people who can inline skate are like they're having so much fun out there, you know. But I don't like roller skates. The it doesn't make sense.
No,
to me.
I don't like it either.
terrible.
Rollerblading, that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit's fun.
It's like
Yeah.
why I don't understand why
'Cause you
they
can,
have
like
the four.
bend and like it's nicer.
They were like designing roller skates and they were like, okay, what's a good thing? What if we had two wheels on each foot? And like, no. What if we had a full two axles on each foot? It doesn't make any sense.
It's so weird.
It
Yeah.
infuriates me.
What if we made the most difficult way for people to move on these skates possible?
Exactly.
Just make the axle so wide so you can't even like.
Feels like being on stilts.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Stilts and roller skates. There's people who definitely do that.
Oh,
yeah.
for sure.
I had an obsession with Powerizer stilts. Did you ever see commercials for those?
Are those the ones that like
They have like
catapult
a
you like into the moon?
like if this is your foot, there was like a bow around it, and then it would sort of like bend, and you could jump really high.
Like Portal, like the feet in Portal.
yes, you
Okay.
got it.
Yeah.
Or also very similar to like so probably a bad mention, but like Oscar Pistorius, he had those like blades instead of feet.
Who
Do you
dat?
remember
Blades
those?
is not the right way to describe it because he did kill people.
He did.
Who is this?
Did you not know about Oscar Pistorius killing his girlfriend?
Who is Oscar Pistorius?
He's
He was
South
in a
African.
Where is that?
Did you
He's we're related.
Yep.
Oscar Past.
Take off the mask. We know it's you.
It's me, Oscar Pistorius.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was like, he's killing this one. He killed this woman with these like stilts.
No,
That's
no.
what I thought. Too.
Like I was like,
That's
what the
Lucas
hell
was
kind of?
alluding to? Like, oh, we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
these blades. I was like, oh yeah, that's the weapon.
But separately from murder, he had these like he doesn't have feet,
He's a
so he had these
double
like
amputee,
blades so that
yeah.
he could race, and like he was called like Blade Runner for it. He did like really well, and like people came after him because like he beat people with like actual feet, saying that he had like a tactical advantage by not having feet and instead having these blades.
It
that,
makes
like-
sense.
Yeah.
You can like if you can re-engineer that body part, so there's no
Yeah.
actual stress on a foot or like an ankle.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like, duh.
Isn't murder embarrassing?
Such a shame.
It's like you're literally getting so worked up that you're like, I am going to kill this person. That's so
It's so cringe.
It's
So
so
cringe.
cringe. Like get a hobby. Oh my god, when I'm mad, I just like play video games like an adult.
Yeah.
I don't murder.
Bro,
if you're
eat
trying to murder
Cheetos.
someone,
What's wrong with you?
don't not murder them because it's immoral. Do not murder them because it's embarrassing.
It's chuggy.
It's
Yeah.
Murder is chuggy.
Ooh, that word. I feel like that chuggy is a chuggy word.
Yeah.
Yes, the word chuggy is chuggy because the word
th-
chuggy made it to the New York Times. When something makes it to the New York Times, it's chuggy.
There's
Like
no
Wordle.
end to the
Wordle.
meta level of chuggy, right? This conversation is chuggy right now.
We are chuggy. I accept it. Did
The
you just
person
cross
watching or
yourself
listening.
talking about Wordle?
Yeah, I said rest in peace, Wordle. Because
I still play it every now and again.
I
I
still
like.
play it every day.
yeah, today was good.
Yeah.
I didn't play it yet.
I didn't play it. Don't spoil.
I got a 3 today. I'll tell you what.
Oh,
it was the
shit.
first word in a week where I was like, I'm competent. Like,
I remember someone shared on Twitter. It was like, not a single letter right, not a single letter right, for like all, and then at the very end, it was like a yellow one. So he got one right letter, but it was in the wrong place right at the very end. And then in the end, he just said progress.
I remember that one too. Someone commented how, and he went, I don't know.
Dan Yang had a good tweet today where he's like, guessing woman on Wordle 6 times because I'm a feminist.
Oh, that's so good. That's such a good joke.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm a Wordle guy. I love it.
You're a man of the world.
Man of the
A man of the Wordle.
sounds of the Wordle.
Sounds of the Wordle.
You do seem like a guy who keeps your sound on your phone when you're
God,
typing.
no. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
I had to add some type of sound. I don't know. But if you have a ringtone, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Or people who's I will say not people who don't need it, who have their phone flash their flashlight when they get a message. It's too much.
Awful.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
I understand there are people with disabilities who need it. Fine. I'm not roasting you. I'm roasting.
No, make no mistake. He's saying you don't matter.
Yeah.
He's saying
Look into the camera.
yeah. Boom.
Our first Nosy Meerkats ableist guest.
Yep.
How's it feel to be
But not the last.
so distinguished? But not the last. No, not the last.
I'm ableist except for if you have 2 blades for feet, then I think you're dope and you can get away with murder.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
But a little
Pistorius
chuggy.
stand.
A little chuggy if you do try and murder.
Did you guys ever do custom ringtones when you were youngins?
Oh, yeah.
My first ringtone was "Don't Matter" by Akon.
Oh my god.
The kids don't
Wow.
know about Akon, but he was amazing.
He still is.
I mean, yeah,
he
he's
still
not
is
dead.
great.
I feel like he's at this point he's probably like a regular day job type of guy, right?
I'm sure he's working at a nonprofit,
Yeah.
coordinating.
That sounds like a good Akon job.
I think he moved into humanitarian work. I think that's what he did.
good for him.
Yeah.
That
What about you,
album
Lucas?
cover with him in like the khakis and you know the one that I think it's the A Convict cover. It's iconic. Of course you know this.
I only know the song.
It's a
I
great
don't know.
comedy album cover, like title, A Convict.
I'm gonna Google it.
Lucas, did you
Jamie,
have any
look that up.
custom ringtones?
I don't actually. I'm trying to think what I did. I think I probably just did like a Beatles song, honestly. But I took a lot of pride in my voicemail message.
Oh, it's called Convicted.
Oh, that's
With the
good.
yellow, it's the yellow shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
okay.
was an iconic
Yeah.
thing. 'Cause
What-
this is like he's sexy here.
Oh yeah, no, he's a hot dude. For
That's
sure.
a humanitarian.
He looks good.
Yeah, that's what he looks like at
As a
the UN.
humanitarian, giving people some eye candy for free.
He never takes this outfit off at the
No
UN.
way.
Never.
I never
Amazing.
would allow
He
him to.
showers in it.
Yeah. He was born fully clothed. Yeah.
Ooh.
But can I say I did do a voicemail message for a while where I said these woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. So leave your message at the beep.
I would stop talking to you.
Why you were bullied.
I did that while I was in college, and one of my friends who was drunk at the time was like, "Lucas, I just heard your message and I fucking love you." And I was like, yeah, I can't keep you around his company anymore. You have bad advice.
Okay, one person in this room has a theater degree, and now we're not surprised about who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll one up you. I do have one more embarrassing.
Oh, please.
Okay. When I was in 6th grade,
Mm-hmm.
the maximum amount of time they would allow for you to put as your like voicemail, like when you don't pick up and then it's like, hey, this is blank, please leave a message.
Mm-hmm.
Maximum amount of time was 2 minutes.
It's so long.
And I
That is
used
a lot.
all
Oh.
2 minutes.
What was it?
It was, I can't remember what it was because I rambled and then I put it up, but I was just like, it started with, my name is Gabrielle Brown, live from the town. No!
That's the album. That's the comedy album name.
Live from the town.
The town, live from the town. And then I'd be like, I'm just walking down this here street, and I would go like basically.
This is so much
that
worse than mine.
for
This is
2
so much
minutes.
worse.
People would just hang up and not leave a voicemail.
It's perfect.
Which is kind of the point.
I would do.
Imagine having a whole podcast as your ringtone
Oh my
or
God.
voicemail. Just a whole ass.
I would update it every week. It'd be every new episode of Don't Quit Your Day Job.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I just like it makes me so mad. Okay, this is a very specific complaint I have about the world today, okay? Samsung does not have a visual voicemail like Google Pixel, your voicemail box just shows you, and you can hit play, you can hit delete.
Yeah.
Samsung doesn't have it for whatever
What?
reason. They it's like not in the code.
I want to see that after we record.
Yeah,
I want to
and-
see what this looks like.
I've left my voicemail box full for like a month because the only people who leave voicemails are the spam calls, and I've
Yeah.
just given up. And it sucks 'cause I have to call in and it's like, oh, please enter your password. And I timed it. It takes a full minute and a half to get to the first voicemail. Oh my God. It's
Jesus.
so,
You could get an iPhone.
I will never get an iPhone. Okay.
Why do you say that? Let's.
I've
get
just
in
never
deep.
been an Apple guy. Like my whole life.
Maybe Apple wants to be a Maxim guy.
All right, real talk. Part of this real talk is that I was very poor for a long time,
Okay.
and PCs are like non-Apple products are very obviously much more affordable.
Yes.
And I also I was the type of kid who like pirated like 200 gigabytes of like music and just would prefer to have, instead of an iPhone, just some shitty MP3 player with like tons of storage so I could just put all my stolen music
Right.
Well,
on.
now
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
making us feel bad.
That was a
Here we
vibe.
are, like,
Yeah.
you sick fuck. Why don't you get an iPhone? You're like, because I'm not rich.
Yeah.
I'm like,
We
you
just accidentally became a classist podcast.
All right, here's the Android classism. Okay,
Oh, yeah?
is there are Android users who aren't at the top tier of like their new messaging software. I forgot what it's called.
Wait, there's a tierage of Android stuff?
Yeah, because here's the deal.
It's
Okay,
all below iPhone.
so
Yeah.
the
It's
so
the lowest tier.
Fuck the world.
so the iPhones, right? They have, what is it called? It's like, I want to say WeChat, but that's not what it is.
iMessage.
iMessage.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like they have the iMessage and then they have SMS, which
Yes.
is the lowest standard of text messaging for everyone else. So Android to Android doesn't even use SMS because it's so inefficient and terrible.
Whoa.
But Apple keeps it because then they get people to come in, so they use iMessage. It's a marketing tactic. But Android to Android uses a higher standard, and then there's like one more on top of it, which is like the highest tier. So when you're on the highest tier, like me and Caleb Clark and my uncle apparently, like it's like it works just like
Mary Kill,
iMessage.
Maxim, Caleb Clark, Maxim's uncle.
Yeah, but yeah, it's exactly like iMessage, but it works across all types of devices.
Okay.
But it's just the Android version. But now when I text someone, it comes up as a dark blue bubble. I'm like, yo, I can like this shit. You can do like
Nice.
the animated emoji, which is the only thing I was ever jealous of iPhone for, is like the
Yeah.
face
Or
tracking
the
emojis.
Emoji. Yeah.
I
good.
did that once or twice and then I lost interest in it. I was like, all right, I get this now. And I
Yeah,
didn't do it.
same.
I'm just back to
You,
using emojis.
With your impressions, you'd be the king of the Animoji.
Yeah. I don't want to be the king of that.
Hey, would you ever voice act for a furry porn?
What a question.
I was just, a lot of those Animojis
in
are animals.
a New York minute, baby?
In a New York minute?
Oh, yeah.
What is a furry porn?
You know furries?
I know what furries are,
Oh, yeah.
and I, believe it or not, know what pornography is. But together, the idea of them together, is it? Are
People
they
like-
in the porn?
Yes.
Are they trying to be the animals, or are they? We are two furries who met at a convention.
I think that doesn't. I don't think that exists. I think it's like all animated. I'm not someone who knows much. I was just posing a hypothetical.
I
want to create.
I have legit no idea how to. I had no clue.
I want to create like a drama about the furry community.
Oh my god,
Like
dude!
like
Sopranos,
melodrama.
but
Yes,
everyone
Oh,
is a furry.
Furry Sopranos.
Furry Sopranos.
Oh my god.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Dude, what animal would Tony Soprano be?
Oh my god.
I think he. Oh, a wolf.
Just the standard
A
furry
little
outfit.
piggy to turn into gabagool.
What kind of animals are Italians? Don't answer that. That's wrong.
Whatever we say, it's gonna
Wait,
get us
any
canceled.
Italian fans, write in with what you think you guys are. Let's have the people define
Any
themselves.
Italians just
Tell
go
their
and
own story.
generalize for all your people. The power
Italian
is in your
X.
hands.
What animal would you be, Lucas?
As a
Ooh.
wait,
What's your fursona?
My
Are you-
persona.
are you asking what animal Lucas is, or what animal Lucas would be as a furry? 'Cause
That one.
that one is more interesting.
The more interesting one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I would go for well, it has to be an actual like because I was wondering if I would be a scaly instead. You know, like the
Oh.
reptile version.
Yeah.
Or because
I could
they
see
have
you
those.
doing
Are you not deep in the lore?
I'm aware, but Come on. You're going to be a scaly?
I wouldn't be one. I'm saying, but I don't know what I would be. I'm not actually, because I'm not. All right, I'm trying to think.
I feel like you'd be a scaly though. Now that you've said it,
Yeah.
it kind of
You
works.
would be a scaly.
Yeah, I think I would. I think I probably would be. I'd be. I'd go maybe Komodo dragon. I'd go Komodo
Whoa.
dragon.
Yeah. Poisonous, lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Podcaster.
What about you?
Podcaster.
Sick in the head.
What about you, Max?
Yeah,
I don't know. I
What
feel
about
like it'd be something boring. I think I would just be like.
a salamander.
No, I don't think I'd be a lizard. I think I'm like a mammal.
Okay.
I
You're
think
totally a furry, not a scaly.
totally
Okay.
furry, not a scaly, not a birdie. I don't know.
Oh no.
Not a birdie.
We gotta create birdies. I
An
don't think
ornithologically? Yeah.
I think
Feathery.
I think I would either be like I would be some like a coyote or like a fox or some type of small dog-like animal. I don't
Yeah.
know.
A chihuahua.
A chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool.
But you have to fit your whole body in a chihuahua-sized
Oh,
costume.
I tuck my knees into my shirt for the costume, so I'm like a little
You put your
pot-bellied
shoes
chihuahua.
or your feet on your knees.
You have
Yes.
to roll yourself up like a tape measure.
Yeah.
An
about-
armadillo.
Ooh.
That'd be a fun one.
That actually would suit you. I think
You
that
think
would
so?
actually really suit you.
That says a lot about my emotional state.
Yeah.
Gabby, what about you?
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think something to consider when you're being a furry is what animal feels the most deeply romantically. Because it's about drama, it's about
Wow.
conflict. It's so I mean, if I'm talking about like what animal would I be or whatever, I like frogs. But do I want to be a frog? Do I want to fall in love as a frog? Of course not. So I think I would be I'm taking this seriously. You
I will
guys were
say-
fucking around and making jokes.
It's so funny that you went to frog right away because you're wearing a jean jacket. You are bisexual, and you're like, the one. What's the bisexual animal? Frogs.
Do you think frogs are a bisexual animal?
It was
Absolutely.
like yeah.
There's so many. They're like, I'm just like a frog.
It's a huge like internet. I don't know. It's like a
Yeah.
meme almost.
The other day,
Yeah.
Lucas told me about bisexual lighting, and
Yeah.
because I'm not on Twitter, I don't
You're
know.
dressed with bisexual lighting right now. Am I
Bisexual
wrong?
lighting rules.
I don't want to erase anyone, but I do think bisexual lighting is just lighting.
In my head, I called it like Blade Runner lighting until I learned it was bisexual lighting.
Your
And I was
silence
like-
is deafening.
Silence is violence.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But then is straight lighting what? Are we in straight lighting right now?
yeah, 'cause
Absolutely.
it sucks.
Yeah.
It's not. Lucas has a good amount of secondary lighting, which I think is excellent.
you.
But then what is gay lighting?
Like tasteful or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So is bisexual lighting distaste? Are you being biphobic right now?
Yeah, absolutely. Come cancel me on Twitter.
Twitter. Cancel.
No, I like the I think just like the aggressive LED lighting is so like I don't know. Everyone does that now, right? Or
Yeah.
is that kind of
I would say fluorescent lights is straight lighting.
Yeah, dude, I love a fluorescent light.
You
Whoa.
freak.
How does it feel to be a murderer? Just
Pretty good.
Chugi.
yeah, Chugi.
And Gabby, what kind of furry would you be? Sorry.
Yeah.
we
I-
died.
Yeah. Well, let's not get off topic.
The
And then I'll
animal
decide
I
if I want
think
to
I would-
murder you or not.
I'd have a good job falling in love as like a squirrel. Cause all you do all day is you're hanging out, you're getting your nuts, and then you like look up and there's a dog in the park, and you're like, whoa, I don't know what I'm feeling right now.
Squirrel is perfect for you, I think.
I think that's a
That's
good,
a
That's a
vibe.
good answer.
Yeah, squirrel is definitely my vibe. You like look up, you see this dog, you like run over to the dog like chases you, and the dog is like pretending like, oh, I'm just chasing you because I'm a mean dog, but it's actually because they have a crush on you. I actually, as much as I've made fun of furries in my life, I kind of love them, and I do think I'd be a good furry.
When you say a good furry, what do you mean? What
Improv
are you?
background.
Morally upstanding and righteous.
A good Christian.
A good Christian.
fur. Wait, do you mean like you would be a good partner to a furry? Do you think that you would embody the role? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I think that I would make it my passion. I think
Okay.
I'd throw my whole ass into it. I love improv. I love role play.
I love yes anding.
I love TS and what is furrying if not improvisation and characteristic? What is it called? Characterizing.
Yeah.
Woof and.
What is the furry community if not improv persevering?
Ooh.
Thank you so much.
Furry couples is just too prov.
Two prov.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's
Whoa.
Thomas
love to know-
Middleditch and Ben Schwartz.
I'd love to know if there's a meerkat furry out there.
Oh, there definitely has to
Oh,
be.
Definitely
for
has
sure.
to be. Yeah, but
I hope our podcast inspires it.
Yeah.
I feel like these are the kind of things we'll learn when I set up the Discord.
Yes.
Which is
You guys need
Ooh.
a Discord?
We're gonna make
Maxim,
one.
do you know how Discord works?
Just like a little bit.
Can you walk me through it?
I was so reluctant to get into it, and then I had to for my brother's World of Warcraft guild like
Oh
2
my
years
God.
ago.
What is your brother's World of Warcraft guild like?
It was like a guild full of dudes from my hometown who we've just met over the years who all played World of Warcraft.
How
and so-
excited were they to use the word guild?
I mean, it's like a standard, you know. If you want to get anywhere in the game, you need to be in a guild. And
Okay,
it's
okay,
better to
okay,
be in a
okay.
guild with people that you're like know and you're chill with.
But you have to play 50 games of World of Warcraft to get your guild card.
The Screen Actors Guild
Yeah.
is literally just there to play World of Warcraft. That's the whole purpose.
You want to know some guild shit? Okay. You, in serious World of Warcraft guilds, like top tier guilds, when you join the guild, you have a calendar and you mark your weekly availability so that you can spend your whole evening doing a raid or something. They're like,
Wow.
they will schedule, be like, we have these 40 people for next Tuesday. You have to be here because we have no replacements. Or or like, here's the wait list to get on Tuesday's raid. It gets serious. I don't know.
Horrible if actual like FBI agents had to do it that way.
Yeah.
Well, I was supposed to be on this raid on Tuesday.
I love the idea that like there's a wait list like it's an open mic.
Yeah.
Imagine a bucket system guild raid.
Basically, because
Is
like
that how it
think about it
works?
this way, okay? If you have like a raid and you have I don't know the exact numbers. I'm sorry, but like if you have
He
like
said that to the viewers. He looked right at the camera. He said, "I'm sorry,
He's so
I don't
sorry,
know
you
the
guys."
numbers."
but if you have like you have a 40-man raid or something, and you have
Mm-hmm.
3 healers. Those 3 healers, you are investing like dozens of gameplay hours to get their equipment up. Same with your tank and like
Your tank.
the person who fights the boss directly. So there are people who are like these roles who are getting most of the items for this gameplay experience. So if you try to join a guild and you're already a healer, they're like, we already have 3 healers. Why would we need you? You can get like waitlisted for your character if they're not the right role. People are insane.
Wow.
It's a whole thing.
There's so much admin involved.
I knew a guy who applied for a management position at like some software development company, and on his resume he put that he ran World of Warcraft guild or raids as work experience. And in the interview they're like, so tell us about this, and he basically broke down all the shit he has to do every week to coordinate 40 people, and you have to coordinate in real time in the moment for the game mechanics. So it's like a real managerial position to put that together.
I get that.
I feel so cool right now for not doing.
I have. If I ever did that, I would kill myself.
I mean, like literally these people like live for years in the game, and that's just what they do.
But in real life, they kill themselves.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I had a friend who played a cumulative 2 years of game time over 5 years. Like,
Wait,
he went
2 years logged on the game.
Yes. He was one of my friend's older brothers, and when they would hang out with all of us, he'd be like, all right, we got to go home. I got to go raid. He would just like leave the hang, be like, it's my scheduled raid time. I got to go. He was serious.
That's like, I think I told you about when we were recording your podcast, this guy who dropped out of our 7th grade production of Into the Woods because he wanted to spend more time at home playing RuneScape.
Wow.
RuneScape.
Yeah.
I never
Runes
played
lives.
RuneScape. Never. I still don't really know what it is or how it works.
More like ruin the world.
Hey, more like ruin the worldscape.
As a
Drop.
as a
Diarrhea.
child, like RuneScape ruled. As an adult, seeing RuneScape just be like, seeing adults play RuneScape for what it is like
Yeah.
you are just sinking like hundreds of hours into a game that is not even that good.
Can I say I was a huge fan of like flash games on like that you would get on
Like
online.
addictinggames.com.
Addictinggames.com. Miniclip,
Oh,
Shockwave.
don't talk to me about
T-games.
Miniclip. There's a Miniclip game that has been my white whale that I've been trying to find
Okay,
again
what
for
is it?
so long.
Yeah.
It's called Save the Sheriff.
Okay, so you know the
What?
name. That's the start.
Okay.
I've looked up the name and the game is not anywhere.
What was the game like?
yeah.
It
What's
was-
the plot?
There's a pig, Tony Soprano.
Okay.
There's a little pig, and he is running through these old-timey Western like villages with little saloons and stuff, picking up coins, and then like fighting off, or he has to like jump over things, and then like there's little like demons or whatever, or like bosses, and he has to like avoid them. It's not a very interesting sounding game.
Yeah.
But to be a pig in the wild, wild west getting
Oh,
points.
indeed.
For you as a fantasy, it's
Yeah.
not just about the game, man. It's about the dream.
Yeah.
Games are like that.
Yeah.
For
They
me.
are,
I love
absolutely.
the fantasy of it all.
Oh, yeah.
What's your favorite like vibe of game?
Oh, yeah.
I like a kind of like twinkly, like a, the music is like very twee. You're climbing some kind of. There used to be a mini clip game where you could like climb a mountain, and it was like this twinkly little music. You had to fight off these cute little monsters.
Yeah.
I like cutesy stuff.
You like cute, sparkly kind of.
That's what I
adventure.
like in anime too. I'm realizing
Yeah.
that. I like when their eyes are shiny. I like
Oh,
when
yeah.
the little bead of sweat goes down their forehead
Oh,
and
yeah.
they like scrunch up their face. It gets all red. They're like,
For some reason, I like it when their like pupils vibrate, and I'm like, I don't know what
Oh,
this.
yeah.
When they're like really sad or emotional, I'm like, what does this mean? Like, who first came up with that? Like,
You know what my favorite is? I love the wide angle GoPro view. Like that's the only way I can describe it, right? It's like when
when it's like super zoomed in and it's like bulbous.
when they're
Yeah.
about to like pull out a gun and like and like it
Yeah,
goes
yeah,
top
yeah.
down and like their eyes are huge and
Yeah.
love that.
I love that shit.
Can I say one more game though that I saw on? It was
Yes.
called Drift and Burn 365.
No,
this
what is
was.
that?
It was a racing game where they would have 8 tracks that you could play, 8 new race tracks you could play every single day, and there was a new car you could unlock every single day of the year.
Ooh.
And there was like really good music in the background. It was gorgeously designed. There were weapons that you could get so you could fire at other players, and it was such a fun game, and it's something you can't play it anymore because it was like built on like a software architecture that you just can't play anymore.
Because Flash is gone now.
Exactly.
Flash is
And
Rest
so
in
Yeah, they
peace.
got rid of Flash Player.
yeah, genuinely, I was thinking of like building a PC just so I could play like those older games.
dude. You can spend your money better.
Yeah, I know.
What about giving to charity?
What about giving camp, huh?
It's giving.
It's
Camp.
It's giving camp.
It's giving Flash Player.
Dude, I was all like
Fantastic Contraption, another great one. Did you play
Fantastic Contraption. What is that one?
This was such a good game. It was like you had like a little like pink ball or a box, and then you would have to attach like wheels and like mechanisms to it so you could transport it to a goal. And like there were wheels that would go counterclockwise or clockwise, and then you could basically like create tanks or like catapults with it and to like throw it into the goal, and there would be obstacles in the way. It was such a good game.
Love those.
So, and if you ever go on YouTube and you look at Fantastic Contraption, you're going to be like, oh, I want to play this game. It's like, it's so good.
Okay.
It's such a good game. They used to have sorry, I'm really invested.
Go for it.
There used to be like a mobile version that I had for like my iPod Touch when I was in high school. And I played that, but it doesn't download
Your
anymore.
iPod
Oh.
Touch.
My iPod Touch.
Throwback.
I'll
Oh,
give you
yeah.
I'll give you a deeper throwback.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had a Zune.
Woo.
Remember
Whoa.
Zune?
Oh my God.
And then I had before Spotify there was something called Rhapsody Player.
I remember that.
Yeah, I had that.
I only switched to Spotify last year.
When you found out that Joe Rogan was going to be on.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why
That
you
I was like, I'm putting all my money. I actually moved all of my investments too. I had signed up and I moved all my money to my Spotify stock.
But now you're leaving now that Neil Young is off.
Yeah, I love Neil Young, man.
Yeah.
But no, like I used Google Play Music, which is like, okay, in the Samsung, right? The last phone I had has an SD card slot, so I put in a 128 gigabyte SD card where I just put all the music I pirated from my youth. And Google Play Music would just let you play your pirated music from your phone. So I was like, dope. And then they shut Google Play Music down, and I was like,
oh.
well, I guess I'm gonna just fucking sign up for Spotify. Like I'm just gonna suck it up. But oh well.
You are the sweetest like dudes rock guy. Do you know what I mean?
What?
Like you never heard that genre, dudes rock?
No?
It's basically the idea is the dudes rock. You know, it's like
Yeah.
you're like just having
Bro
fun.
down.
Not nothing complicated, just chilling, like playing a game, talking about SD cards. But with you, it's all very wholesome and sweet.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
It's
Thank
not
you.
That
like
is a
dudes-
very good explanation.
It's not like dudes, right? You're not blowing shit up. Not yet.
But you look like you do.
I could.
But you could.
That's why you're such a good host.
You're like, there's a
Yeah.
bomb right in this room. And I'm not talking about your jokes, Gabby.
Oh, I think I know where we could find a few bombs, actually.
Listener
So-
advice.
Listener
advice.
Listener advice. Listener advice. Maxim, are you excited to give listener advice on the famous Two Nosy Meerkats podcast? Which
Yes.
you may be familiar with from having listened to every episode of the show.
Hell yeah.
All right.
All
Let's
right,
do
I
it.
got one up, and I think this is a little doozy right here. Hi, Meerkats. This wouldn't be the first time I've written in. I'm the 13-year-old lesbian that thinks Gabby is hot.
Yeah.
And
Wait, side note, I just want to chime in. Yesterday at Hathaway Presents, which was my open mic, my co-host, Aaron Ablock Clemens, friend of the pod, he's going up on stage, fully doing material. And I am scrolling through Instagram because I've seen his set 100 times. I go to a comment where, on Meerkats, because I look at the comments on the Instagram page sometimes, and someone has said, Gabby's a lesbian, ! Score. And I go, oh shit, what a cool comment. And I go to look at the comment, and one of our Meerkats clips, our loudest one, I think, with Michael Aber, starts blasting at full volume in the middle of the mic. Aaron is doing his set.
Oh, no.
Literally, someone else at the mic goes, shh. And I interrupt and I go, I'm sorry, somebody from my podcast just called me hot and I need to take a
Nice. And
And
then
I-
you kick them from the mic. You go, shh, you're out.
Yeah.
I did say, like, I cannot
Know
be
who you're
judged at my
dealing
own
with.
mic.
All
That's
right.
a power move.
That is an amazing power move. All right. And I'm here to ask how to express to this girl how much she means to me without making it seem like I like her. Just a heads up, I do not have a crush on her. I have anxiety and depression and a whole bunch of other things, and she alleviates all my stress and worry. And she's going off to high school next year, and I don't know what I'm going to do without her. Please tell me how I can show her how much she means to me.
This is an easy one.
This is easy.
I
Just-
think the thing at this age, it takes a while to figure out, but you can just be genuine, especially because there's no ulterior motive here. It's
Exactly.
not like I appreciate you and I want to be like, it's like you can just be like, I would say if this person is leaving and going to high school, you get them a nice like little gift of sorts they might like. And okay, handwrite a note. Underappreciated thing to do. If you really appreciate someone, just put it in writing and just say how you feel. Don't make it about you too much. Just be like, you really value them and their friendship, and they mean a lot to you, and
you're gonna miss them.
wish them the best.
And you miss them next year. Yeah. Basically ditto to that. Just say exactly what you said. Just be like, hey, you're one of my best friends. You help me out so much. Thank you so much. I adore you. Just you're. Yeah.
And then something where it's like, I mean, at 13 you're gonna grow and change and like drift apart a lot. But if you're not going to the same high school, just throw in like a stay in touch. I don't know.
Yeah.
What kind of small gift would you like to start high school with? If someone did this to you, what would you want to receive?
That's a good question.
I would want to receive I was reminded of this last night at a party. Remember, someone could write in your yearbook the phrase hags.
Yes.
Have a great summer.
Yeah.
I would want to receive a big old hags.
I never even heard that phrase until now.
Hags.
We had Hackus. Hope have a kick-ass summer.
Ooh, I like that.
And then these weren't abbreviations, obviously, but it was you rock, never change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got those for sure.
I like you
yearbook.
rock.
You
Yeah.
rock.
That is it's
You're
the
a
most,
rock star.
It's the most anyone's ever said you rock, other than like to a band. Like I've never heard you rock.
Yeah,
since
no.
I feel like the yearbook was like the one time my senior year when I had my yearbook signed. That was the one time that I was like, wait, I'm not like a weird person that you all hate. Like, I don't know.
Oh my god.
Anyway, what gift would you want to receive going into high school? You get a nicely written note about how much someone appreciates you. There's a little package attached. You open the package. What is it? Best case scenario. Can't be an Apple TV.
Give Lucas his Apple TV back.
Woo! We cannot get into that.
Too bad I already roasted him. Jeez.
Yep. You missed your chance. That is really I can't think of what I would want from a friend to give me as a gift?
Dude, easy. TI-89 graphing calculator.
Oh my god. Well, that would be helpful.
Oh shit, you're right. Those are expensive.
Those are
too.
expensive. That is.
Are those the ones you can write boobs on?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Those
You
ones
can draw
you
shapes
draw
as well.
boobs.
now that's a dude's
Yeah.
rock thing. You can write boobs on your calculator.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I feel
pre-written in boobs on a calculator. Just like, thanks, dude. Nice.
Texas Instruments
Save me the
has
trouble.
a function
Thank
for
you.
that.
I would also say one more thing to this listener before we get into another one, which is this submission feels a little bit like the adjacent cousin of the other submission we got in. That was someone being like, how do I get my friend an electric massager without them thinking it's a vibrator?
You don't?
It's like, it really predicates an assumption that the other person is really just not going to let anything slide. And they're going to be like, this is almost like a vibrator. So I think you have some weird intentions with this. Your friend who you love as a person is not going to be like, you're saying you appreciate me? I think you want to have sex.
Listen, guys, if you love this episode, you can send me a Theragun any size, and I will appreciate it, and it won't be weird, okay?
Hell yeah. Send it to my P.O. box, and I'll forward it to Maxim.
And he will put it up
You
his
know
ass.
what to do. All right. Yeah.
Someone says,
This is a great one.
this is one I like, and
This
I
is a
want to
good
hear
one.
your thoughts, Maxim.
Okay, let's do it.
Someone said, sometimes I find trees more attractive than humans. Love you guys so much.
I think it's fair.
What do you like about trees, Maxim?
I think this person is attracted to like the representations of either masculinity or femininity out in nature. You know, trees got vaginas, trees got dicks, like
Do
trees
they?
got curves. Yeah. It's like one of those things like if
They
you're
also have
looking for
buttholes.
it,
Maxim's like,
They also
I
have-
fucked them all.
Yep.
if you're looking for it, I would say, have you tried being a trurry? A tree.
Oh,
What-
a woody.
a woody. Ooh.
A barky.
Or would they a barky? Yes,
a
yeah.
barky. That's a good one.
A branchy.
branchy.
A barky sounds like a slur.
It does sound like
You fucking barky. Like
we don't want barkies here.
Get out of our furry convention. The furry's like, shut up, you're scaly. You don't
We
know
have a
anything.
position. No barkies need apply.
no barkies. Oh my god.
Oh god.
What do you think? What do you think Woodies call regular people as a slur?
Oh, fleshies. I don't
Fleshy,
know.
skinnies.
There is,
Skinny. Oh god. That's so.
in the furry community, regular people who are not furries are called Steves.
Steves.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I found this out because I was writing
That is a
furries
good
into my
regular
script.
person name.
Yeah, they were like, and you can really upset someone if they're at a furry convention and you call them by their Steve name instead of their furry name.
Whoa.
So if I were to call you Lucas,
Is that like your dead name?
yes? If I were to call you Lucas instead of Foxy Roxy with a little moxie or something.
Oh my god. Yeah. I think this is just something that, you know what? That's what you're into. It's fine. You're not going to hurt anyone with it. Live, laugh, love.
I'd say go
There
for
was
it.
a woman who fell in love with the
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower, yes.
Yep.
There's someone who's like in love with the cyclone at Coney Island.
Oh my god.
There's one who's in love with like a train station in like New Mexico, I think.
Oh, that's nice.
One woman had a relationship with her fence post. That to me is funnier because the fence post is more of an everyman than the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
That's more of a Steve. Yeah.
But
The
where
fence post is the Steve of building.
in this world of representation, where is male object love representation? Like, where are the men marrying buildings? Where are the
preaching.
men fucking Broadway Junction? Come on.
I think that's you. I
That's
think
me.
you're in love
That's
with
me.
Broadway
Yeah.
Junction.
Oh, the escalators do it slower.
Oh my god.
Roll up, baby, roll up.
All right, here's another one. I'll keep this brief. I've recently, more than 7 months ago, moved to a different state and subsequently a different school. I've hung out with the same people since middle school, but I've only been able to keep in contact with 2 of them since the move. I've yet to make any friends because everyone at my school is either a Republican, on drugs, in parentheses, I'm not emotionally equipped to bring any more addicts into my life, or both. Instead, I wander around during lunch and nap during free time. Do you have any tips on how to make friends? Thanks, and you have a great podcast.
Ooh, this is a good one.
This is a
I
good
would
one.
love to know where this is because that also factors in. But I think one thing that you guys probably learned from like doing comedy, right,
Yes.
is if you want to make friends like you, do the things you want to do and people will come. And I would say for this person, pick an interest you have and start your first school club for that interest.
That's a great idea.
Just dive headlong into it, and then you're also in an authority position in the club, and then you get to prey on people. No. No, but like
Abuse!
like if
Yes.
you let's say, okay, so if you're
Girl boss.
if you're not like the people at your school, let's say you're into like Dungeons and Dragons or something, just be the person who starts the D&D club and puts out an open call. You never know, you might meet someone that you haven't ever looked at or didn't even know existed before, you know?
Yeah, that's
and
true.
they'll come and hang out. You're like, oh, we have similar interests, and there's your jumping off point.
Absolutely. Yeah, I have nothing to add.
Yeah.
Focus on your interests, what makes you you, and create an environment where other people can share in that.
I do think it's sometimes hard for people like to find things they're really interested in high school and middle school. I feel like I was very lucky that way. I had a lot of things I was interested in
Oh yeah.
because I'm very beautiful and well-rounded, but everyone else,
Sucked.
So but I think you're right. I think that the irony is when you're selfish is when you attract the most people. And I don't mean selfish as in like willing to hurt other people or step on other people. I mean like selfish as in willing to pursue your own wants and needs.
Yep.
That's when people don't worry about you. And so then when people aren't worried about you, I do think that they want to be around you.
That's
I
a
don't know
great
if
way
that
to
makes
put it.
sense. Yeah.
It's like I think at this young age as well, when you have these lifelong friends, you have every relationship takes a different shape, but there's a certain level of emotional codependency that you're almost used to with your long-term friends. But like if you move to a new place, you're just starting over. Like you also have a chance to just like ditch the shit that people knew you for and just be like the cool person. I don't know.
Rebrand.
You get to redefine. Yeah, that's the whole
Exactly.
thing about like going to like when I went to college, I was like, whoa, am I going to be a different kind of Lucas? You know, like
I had a mid-college rebrand.
whoa.
Yeah, because I think like man, it's a whole thing. But anyway, but then the basics of it is that I went to 2 years at one school. And then at the end of that 2 years, I actually started making friends in my program, but then I left because my grades sucked and just study, guys. And then I went to another school, which was like a more commuter campus, so not like a traditional university.
Uh-huh.
But when I started this new school, I was like, I got to get my shit together. I got to focus. And at the previous school, I noticed that the people in my major were like doing their homework together and working together. And so when I came to the new school, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be friends with everybody. Like, I'm not going to be in like the tribal mindset. I'm going to be friends with every single person I meet in my program. And it worked. And I made like tons of friends. And I helped a lot of people with homework and did a lot of homework. But like, it was good to establish the camaraderie, you know? You just got to be the bigger person. Like, no one's going to come to you and ask if you want to be friends. You got to be friends with yourself. And then people will be like, that seems kind of nice over there.
Yes.
I've heard it said as like treat everyone who you meet like your teacher. And I know that's profound, but I mean, obviously you're not going to treat everybody like your teacher because some people don't have that much to teach, but most people do. You know, it's just a way of saying like treat everyone with respect.
I realize what you mean is like treat someone as someone who can enrich your life and give you a new.
Lucas was like treat everyone like my ex. Not like his actual ex, but I was making a joke that in high school Lucas fucked his teacher.
Oh.
I wasn't saying your ex is a teacher. Sorry, that was poor joke composition. It almost worked. God damn it. It's the worst bomb I've done on this show. Never bombed so hard on this podcast.
Never bombed.
I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
Just had no basis in reality. Just no ground.
I was trying to say your teachers fucked you, Lucas. That's what I was trying to say. Am I wrong?
I did have a crush on a teacher in middle school, though.
Who didn't?
Oh, yeah. She was gorgeous.
Yeah.
From a middle schooler's perspective.
Oh, yeah.
She was gorgeous for a middle schooler.
Yeah, you know, in that low rung.
Prepubescent Lucas. I would do anything for you. She's an angel.
But can I say that I had a panic attack during a math test because I didn't know how to answer, and so I I went home, and then she was like, "You can just take it again another day." And I was like, "I love you." I was like,
Okay, that's a hot quality.
"Oh yeah." She was just like, "You can do it again." No, she didn't do that.
You want to know the real test? Me. Wow, I'm really blowing. I'm really blowing it. I'm really.
This is why we don't have naked stand-up shows or naked podcasts. Because imagine how much worse that would hurt.
Oh God, a naked podcast would be terrible.
Ooh.
I do think at some point it would just become like we're all naked and podcasting. Like
Yeah.
it would be a gimmick in the first minute, and then we'd just be podcasting again.
And then like people would be listening, just be like, "All right, this doesn't really change much for me."
Yeah.
Like
it was like there used to be a reality show called Dating Naked. That was
The opposite of Love is Blind.
yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of a cool concept. Like, you know, you got naked, you went to see someone else who was naked too. They'd be like, "Huh, this is crazy, never done this before." And then they just go on a pretty normal date.
Yeah.
And you keep your eyes above shoulder level. You're like really good with your.
Yeah. Yes, I see you for your soul. Yes.
Take the sunglasses off. No, I'm not taking the sunglasses off.
Why? Do you not trust me? What's going on?
You got the big like grandma shades that like cover
Oh,
every
yeah,
little
yeah.
gap.
I'd put sunglasses over the nipples.
Wait, do you have like, is it like the regular like 2 lens ones over each one, or is it like one wide pair? Like,
Whoa.
I was thinking one wide pair, but I like what you said better. One pair of sunglasses over each boob. So it looks like they're both in the sun.
so it looks like they're both just 2 cool dudes, just like
Dudes rock. Dudes rock and boobs rock.
Hell yeah.
hell yeah.
Okay.
All right, last
one
one.
more. Hey, love you guys. Sending love from Canada. I'm in dire need of advice. Justin Thoreau?
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, that's the dude who used to be with Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking of Trudeau. I always get them mixed up.
Justin.
I made this up.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm really blowing it again. Because they said they were in Canada, and I said Justin Trudeau. Okay, anyway. Dire need of advice. You're all watching me fall apart on the podcast. Sorry, Max. I've
I'm
never done
honored
this
to
before.
be here in this moment.
This is insane.
This feels like when a guy can't get hard. And he's like, I've never done this before. This has never happened to me before. I've never
It's to a
bombed
lot
on
of
the
guys,
podcast.
babe. It happens.
A lot
Happens
of
to
guys
everybody.
bomb on the pod. Me and my friends currently have been hanging out a lot, and I feel like they only need me to bring drinks. Whenever we hang out, they always want to get alcohol involved, and since I'm the only one who can sneak out without getting caught, it seems like at times I'm being used only to be the bartender. But at the same time, I don't mind because it's fun getting drunk with my friends on a weekday. But I also worry about becoming an alcoholic due to the fact that it runs in both sides of my family. P.S. We're all 14 years old.
They're absolutely using you.
Yeah,
Like,
no question.
no question. You shouldn't be drinking at that age. And if you're
Yeah.
worried that your friendships aren't real, you set up the hangout and just go for a fucking hike. Don't drink.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do something else. Be the one who takes charge and is like, I'm not going to drink with you guys. I'm actually going to go ice skating or whatever.
Yeah.
You
rollerblading.
saying go for a hike and ice skate has the same energy as Antoine going mow your lawn.
Yeah, yep. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do something outside. Do something else besides drink.
Do high school theater.
Listen, I'm
Electric
sure
pony.
when you guys did like high school, when you went to college, you probably saw lots of people descend into alcoholism very early, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in different ways though. Like you watch people. Like I started to watch one friend group who would just black out every single weekend and lose their wallets and lose their phones. And at some point I was like, how do you guys afford this many new phones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a good lifestyle.
It was more that I saw people like really try to like start their own party culture. That's what I saw, like them trying to do it in their dorm rooms.
Yep.
I went to one on like the 4th floor of my freshman year building, and it was like 20 people crammed into a tiny room, and one dude was like, "If you're not drinking, get out!" And I was like, who the fuck are you?
That's
Oh
awesome.
my God.
Who are you trying to be right now?
He's
Who do
so
you think
cool.
you are?
Dude, freshman in college energy is so potent. It's
Oh, yeah.
so potent.
Alcohol is a personality.
Absolutely. At CU Boulder, there's an area called the Hill where all like the frat houses are basically, and like the sorority houses, and there'd be all these like older students who had like rentals there, so always be parties in this area, and freshmen would just go out in like these packs of like 12 kids just freezing in the cold looking for a party. They can see parties happening, but they're not allowed to.
Oh my God.
And it's like, you know, party in the dorm.
I remember
Come on.
seeing those clusters walking on the street and just looking like pitiful. Just
Dude.
like, just watching like an emperor on high, watching the gladiators fight for my amusement. I was like, these poor creatures.
It's insane. It's crazy.
And they were fighting for your amusement.
They were fighting for my amusement.
Mm-hmm.
I just do think that if you're a 14-year-old kid hanging out with other 14-year-old kids, that is the age you start to realize your true friendships. And I feel like if you feel like someone is doing something in any situation that you don't want to be involved in, like if they went curling every week, I love curling, but if they weren't curling every week and you were like, I don't think I like curling as much as these guys do,
Yeah.
you would try and get into another friend group or like make other friends. You don't just stick around with your friends because you feel like you won't get any more. Like you will.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, one of my favorite quotes is from Jim Carrey. He says, "It's better to be alone than to be with people who make you feel alone." And I really like that, because basically it's saying 0 is greater than -1, and you don't want to be at a -1 around people. So, and just in general, you should, by and large, only do the things you like. You shouldn't put yourself through stuff that you don't like for stuff where there's no reward or there isn't somehow a greater positive. Like, I think, like, well, first off, thank you for writing in and like speaking about this so openly. But like, yeah, it sounds like you're not enjoying yourself, and you're at a very tender time in life where also like you're worried about your health. That's a very good thing to be aware of. And it shows a lot of maturity. You should be proud of yourself for acknowledging that and like family history and stuff. So take the initiative to be like, hey guys, I'm really worried about like what this could do for me, because you guys know about like my family history. I don't feel comfortable doing this anymore.
Or even just be like, you could be harsher than that. You could just be like, dude, I'm not your fucking butler.
Yeah. I would say like you can call them out for using you, but it might backfire. I think you can walk away, which is, I think, is just like not do it as much. I think because like we're comedians, but we know several people who have like quit drinking, who are like off drinking for like 6 or 8 months or whatever. Like once you get to like this age, like there's people who spend their whole high school, college, like young adult life drinking, and it like devastates their life. Like once they finally quit, they're like, they feel so good and stuff. Like 14 is like way too young to pick up a habit like that. Like you're not nearly responsible enough. Like I'm an advocate for like, I don't know. My drinking style is I have like 1 beer a week, and then like maybe once a month I get drunk on like a weekend.
Yeah.
But Like, but when you have the moderation, it's more of a reward. If you're just drinking all the time, that's a problem. But when you like if you spend all week, right? Like you go to school, you do your homework, you go to the gym, you get some exercise, and then you come to Friday and you want to like get a little drunk, go for it. But like I don't know. I'm like strongly opposed to daily use of anything typically.
Yeah. Also, I am opposed to like I was 18 when I started like drinking and occasionally smoking weed. I didn't do anything before that, and I really am grateful for that.
Yeah,
it's also that like I know people that started it like very young, and just seeing like how they go through the world, how their brains are different. I'm like, oh, I don't want that. Okay.
It also matters where in Canada this person's writing in from, because I know like where we grew up in New York, people do start that pretty young.
I genuinely was not aware, because I keep talking about like theater, but like hanging out with like mainly theater kids, we spent so much time just like rehearsing
singing
and
show
doing
tunes and destroying Denny's. And
exactly. Like maybe they were all doing it and I wasn't included, but like I wasn't aware of that. It just wasn't in like my like vocabulary of high school life. It really wasn't.
Spin the bottle at the Little Shop of Horrors cast party.
Yeah.
Because also here's the thing, it's like anyone and everyone can drink, like, but not everyone can do the other things you're interested in, and that's what makes you unique. And you should grow the things that make you unique and different.
That's a great spin. I like that.
And rather than I don't know, it's like, dude, okay, let me ask this, Gabby, when did you first start drinking and smoking weed?
I think I was 16 when I did either for the first time.
Okay, Lucas, you said 18 for drinking.
And 18 also for weed.
Okay. I'm similar. I started smoking weed at 18, but I didn't start drinking till I was 19.
Okay.
But like, I feel like in that time, it's such like, those are such crucial years. I smoked weed like an insane amount for like 5 years. And it was like, at the end of the day, it was like a waste of my time. Like, I mean, I feel like it chilled me out as a person. Like, I kind of was like, stop being
me
angry.
too. When I started smoking weed, I was like, thank God. Why did I do this earlier? I needed this for my own. There's times I was a camp counselor and I'd see kids. I'd be like, you are so angsty. And when you smoke weed for the first time, I'm not going to offer you weed. I'm not going to give you weed. But I can't wait for you to have it for the first time because this is gonna calm you right down.
I feel like I'm not endorsing this, but I think everyone should have.
We are telling children to smoke weed.
Like
right
when
now.
you're in college, or older, I encourage when
you are an adult able to make your own decisions.
I think when you're
that starts when like 8 months.
Yeah.
When you are 8 months old, you may pick up your first joint.
But I think that was like something that was like good only because
you go from Sasha Von D's milk in a bottle right to
yeah. But yeah, I think like if you're like 21 and you have like a little bit of a weed phase, it's good. But like I spent so much time just doing it to the point where I was like, why am I even doing this? And then I quit and I just feel great. And I think like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like strongly opposed to addiction. I'm very pro moderation. Yes. And I would say like 14 to like 18, you don't need to do anything. No. Yeah. And I would strongly advise against taking any type of psychedelic before you're like an adult.
Seriously,
don't touch it.
Your brain is developing, and honor that. I really, that's a big thing I want to put.
And that's not to scare anyone.
No.
If people drink, if people have a lapse, your brain's not gonna like turn into mush.
No,
it's not like that egg commercial.
I may have overstated that.
Remember the egg commercial?
Yeah. Oh yes, the scrambled. Yeah.
This is your brain on drugs. It's like, yeah, well, scrambled eggs are better.
Yeah.
I like a runny yolk of a fried egg.
Disgusting.
I like it when it soaks in the bread.
Is that some British shit?
I do like when it soaks in the Lucas likes beans on toast.
Beans on toast rules.
I hate beans on toast.
Are you serious, Maxim?
Yeah.
Beans on toast is your thing?
That is the nastiest, gross. I was given it a couple times. I was like, this is dog shit.
I've never had the British beans, but I use some like Bush's baked beans on toast.
Bush's I would eat.
Yeah, that shit slaps.
But Heinz baked beans, I hate it.
I've never had them, so I don't know how
my
those
cousin
ones
Emil loved them growing up. I was like, I couldn't stand it. There's so much sugar in it as well.
Bean Dad.
Bean Dad.
Oh, remember Bean Dad?
Oh, I do.
Dude, that was a milkshake duck. Just hella Twitter shit. But yeah, I'll backtrack as well. It's not the end of the world if you drink once in a while or smoke weed sometime.
Yes.
Don't make it your primary activity.
Indeed. That's a good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Very good rule of thumb.
Especially when you're young. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
For like when I think about my brain when I was 14, like I should not have I'm glad I didn't do anything because I would have not handled any of it well.
Yeah. Well, you know what you do handle well now? Your changes in self-perception.
Oh.
We are getting to the end of our podcast. We have asked you this before on Zoom, but Maxim, how has it changed like your perception of how other people in the world see you?
I don't know. I feel like when did I come on here?
It was on Zoom.
It was on Zoom. I want to say like October, November 2020, I think is around that.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
it was a long time ago.
It's been a minute.
I'd say my personal value has skyrocketed. I'd say if you bought in October 2020, you thought you were buying in high, but you were buying in very low, actually. So good for you.
It's like crypto.
Yeah, crypto mode.
You're an NFT.
Yeah, I'm an NFT. I'm not fucking playing around.
Maxim coin.
I couldn't think of a T.
Not fucking to playing around.
Yeah, to playing around. Yep.
NFT.
I don't know. I feel like 2020, I was kind of like discovering my role in like the community and like meeting a lot of people, but I wasn't like sure how I came off to people other than like I had the alcoholic kid problem. I was like, I have this great open mic that lots of people come to and they're friendly to me, but like, where do I fall into this? Like, how close am I to like these people? And then through like the last like year and a half-ish, it's like I realized like I've got so many wonderful friends and like my like confidence in my comedy has gone like way up. Like I think it also like I'm just not stressing out about shit. Like I think back then I was like, I need to get booked. I need to get on stuff. Like what can I do to get better? And now I'm like, now I like don't care. I like realized the other day, I'm like, every comedy show that you wish you were on is some other comedian's practice room. So just like focus on getting good and getting comfortable. Who gives a shit? Like, if you want to make something and go after it, but like have a good time. I don't know. So I think people perceive me as a, like, based on the feedback I've heard, generally violent, intimidating,
angry,
misogynist, someone who will murder me if I say one wrong thing.
Yep. Yeah. If you don't clap at the beginning of my show, I'm coming after you.
Jeb Bush, please
I've
clap.
done that. But like, I think people appreciate that I'm like a very stable person, and I'm a very like generally a pretty non-judgmental person, and I'm also very punctual. I think people really appreciate my punctuality.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm turned on just thinking about how punctual you are.
I'm a consistent guy, and I'm becoming known for being consistent, which is nice.
You are a consistent
You are
guy.
very consistent.
I think that is interesting, is my perception of you. I don't know if it's changed that much. It stayed pretty consistent.
Yeah,
I
wow,
used to
look
think
at
you
that.
were great. I still think you're great. The difference
Zero growth.
yeah. You know what I perceive about you? You don't grow. You don't change. You're not. No, I think I adore you, Maxim. I feel like I've really liked getting to like be your friend.
I really adore both of you.
We are friends, right?
And of course we're friends.
Are we like friends? Lucas, are we friends?
What's the time?
But like, when we did it the first time, like during 2020, meeting you, Gabby, through Hathaway Presents, but only seeing you on a screen was
weird.
tough. Like, it was weird, and I'm glad that we got to like really become friends in the last year, where it's like, oh, you're a person who's out and about now, which is awesome.
I know,
So,
it feels so much better.
Oh yeah.
dude, real friends. If you got any internet friends, ditch them. Leave that World of Warcraft guild.
You make friends on TikTok, they're not real.
Don't
Not
get
really.
your card. Don't get your World of Warcraft guild card.
Okay, what I will say about you, Maxim, is one, I feel like as a stand-up comedian, I feel like you have grown a lot because I see you riffing a lot more. I see you.
Oh, I love your riffs.
Thank you.
And this is something we've talked about. Yeah. That's something that you're like actively trying to do, and it's really cool to see. That's something I'm trying to do more and trying to force myself to be more comfortable in. And it's something that I'm seeing you do. I'm thinking, okay, I'm trying to give myself more license because I watch you do it, and it's something that's very cool to watch. And another thing is I think you have become more resilient because I've seen you go through occasional dark periods, especially in like winter when stand-up early 2021 was it was a rough time because it wasn't happening as much.
That was brutal.
It was.
And
it
I
was
had
a rough,
COVID twice.
You did.
2 times, baby. That's another way I perceive
Fingers
you.
crossed for
a
3.
guy who got COVID twice.
I see you as a guy who gets COVID. Yeah.
I'm the test kit. I'm the nasal swab that always gets COVID.
Yeah. I mean, it means COVID must really like you. I mean, she's been avoiding me the whole time.
That's what I want. I want to get more fans. COVID-19, big fan of this guy.
COVID's been booking you for a long time.
But really though, like about the riffing thing,
Yes.
here's the secret, okay? This is for all comedians. Get yourself a fucking terrible weekly show. There are 0 stakes. You like 2 virgins for me and David, like literally, okay, 10 people show up. We're going to try to have a good show every week, but we always book ourselves. So if we fail, we don't actually lose anything. It's our show.
Yeah.
So that's how it helped me like really lean into riffing and crowd work and being confident. 'Cause I'm like, what are you going to do? Not book me? Like looking in the mirror, you know? So I don't know. I think literally we left our show this week and we're in like an Uber back to like Brooklyn, and we're just like, we're talking about how we don't write and we feel bad, and we both ended on like, you know what? Like, fuck writing, dude. We just need to do crowd work and riff.
Yeah.
We just need to lean into it more, and that's
there
like
are
the
a
vibe.
lot of crowds that I feel like have been like, I've done a couple shows lately where people just prefer crowd work in the audience.
Think about this. My good friend Connor Kafiachain, who have you met?
I have met him.
Okay.
He hosted Buko Mike I went to. A couple
Okay,
times.
perfect.
He's a
Yeah.
cool guy.
Yeah.
So he's great. He's back in the city soon. But he told me I was stressing out about not writing as much and having scripted material as much. But he told me he's like, basically because the way specials are now, if you were to release a special, you burn all that material. Everyone's seen it. Who cares? So like crowd work and like riffing is at like a premium because
Yes,
you can
true.
always share those
Yeah.
topical clips, those like lightning in a bottle moments, and you can post those. Because it's not material that's ever going to happen again, but for the audience, it creates a unique experience. They're the only ones who are getting that in that moment.
Oh yeah, total
And
win-win.
that's-
Yeah.
Awesome.
But
and
yeah.
I don't have to fucking ooh, my wrist hurts. You know,
Yeah,
I don't like
yeah.
that.
Ooh, carpal
So-
tunnel.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Dude,
that's what carpal tunnel makes you do. It makes you go.
but I like opened a show that I was hosting this week at someone else's show, and I told one joke, and I just riffed and did crowd work for 7 minutes, and it was perfect. And it was
That's
great
awesome.
because it was
That's
like
awesome.
that's my first time doing it out of like the practice room and just being like, yeah, it worked out. It was great. So I don't know. And also I don't stress about comedy as much because I've started just being like, who gives a shit? Like, do as many indie shows as you possibly could. It's going to take you nowhere except that you're just networking with people.
Well,
Yeah.
also what I'm starting to realize is that, like, I was like getting. I used to be one of these people who's like, I gotta hit a mic every day or else I'm not really doing it. And then like,
I think that's a stage everyone kind of needs to go through, though.
It's like your first 2 years.
I
you
think
gotta
that's
do
a
it.
Yeah.
good stage to go through at some point.
and
Not
I
to
still
stay.
like going to mics when I it's hard for me with class because I feel like a lot of the good mics
Mhm.
happen during my classes. But when I do, like today, like I was getting excited for the show I'm gonna host, and I was thinking like, wait, I love making people laugh.
Mhm.
Like but I feel like when I used to do shows, my instinct would be like, what if they don't like me? And like that instinct of what if they don't like me is fear, and audiences can see it and they can smell it like
Yeah.
animals. But like
Mhm.
I enjoy making people laugh is fun and infectious.
Oh, yeah.
And so I feel like if you go in with that attitude, and who knows, maybe I'll talk all this shit and then I'll bomb tonight. This will come out on Monday and it'll look so weird. But like, you know what I mean? Like if
Yeah.
you go in with the attitude of like, I want to have fun, other people will follow suit.
Exactly.
That's what I was afraid of when we were going on stage for our roast battle. Is I was so afraid. I was like, what if everything bombs? Like, because I remember how like awful it felt when like a roast joke, like when I did one against Carlos Noya that I thought was really good and really tight, and it just got nothing. I was like, I remember just like a whole, and I was like, what if that happens with every single joke? And I was so scared, but I just thought, all right, you just gotta like lean into every single bit.
You know what's fucked up? When we roasted, my dead dad joke was the only one that like bombed, and then I saved it with a tag. And I was like, after I did the tag and I got a laugh, I was like, thank fucking God. I got 10 more jokes to do.
I remember that. I think it was because the audience was like kind of young. Right?
Yeah, they were very young. Yeah,
It was interesting energy that night.
Yeah.
but
it was odd.
One thing, I just interviewed Patricia Dinglassen on my podcast like right before this, and she said something I really liked. Is I think when we feel bad that we're not doing enough, we're comparing ourselves to others, right?
Yeah.
When you compare yourself to others, it's bad. So trying to compare yourself to others, which is like a thing that I've got the grip on and I've had for a while. But then she was like, look at what other people are doing and use that as inspiration. Be like, you can do that too. And I was like, that like totally turns it around. Instead of like negating that bad feeling, it makes it a positive feeling. I'm like, that's so smart.
Oh, I love that.
So I'm going to
That's
try to
so
do that.
cool.
I'm going to try to put that into practice.
That's really great.
It's like funny you say that. I went to lunch with this guy from my grad program, and he was like, I feel like you're always grinding it out at like, you know, you're always at the mics and stuff. And in my head, I'm like, fuck no, I'm not. You know,
No
'cause
way.
I'm comparing you to other comics, and I don't have a good work ethic compared
Yeah.
to other comics.
But let's be real. Would you rather do like 3 really good mics and maybe a show in a week, or just like 12 mics out in the street in the cold?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. That's what I've been trying to do.
I'm a
now.
masochist, so I love 12 mics in the cold.
Oh my God.
I love it so much.
Lucas just likes the cold.
And that's acting.
That's like
Okay,
insane.
actor, we get it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you should only do like, especially with comedy, because it's a thing you should enjoy. One, you should work hard to get better. But when you work hard to get better, you should be doing fun things. You should
Yes.
do things that you want. Like all the mics I do, I'm like excited. I'm excited to host my mic with David. I'm excited to go to Sasha's mic. I'm excited to go to Anne Hathaway Presents.
Yes.
Like those are mics where I'm like, yay,
Yeah,
you
right,
know?
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
I went to like the few times I go to a mic I've never been to before. I'm like, ugh, you know? Like even though it's like a comfort zone kind of like circuit, like I'm doing what I need to do to get better, and I'm not hating myself while I'm doing it.
Even when I go to a mic that I haven't been to before, I do go into it thinking, oh, this is going to be interesting. I think like, oh, I don't know what this vibe is going to be. I'm curious. It's like it's a positive curiosity where I'm not like excited, but I'm like, ooh, let's see what'll happen.
I like new people. I like seeing new people.
Yeah.
Because it's such a roll of the dice. You know, that it kind of spices things up. Like, oh, I've never seen this person before. Are they going to be amazing or crazy?
Or both.
Yeah, or both.
But I remember something you told me where you were like, remember the audience wants to like you.
Yeah.
And that really
Yes.
resonated with me because I feel like I used to think like, no, they don't.
If a show, even if every comedian before you has tanked on, just bombed so hard, and the audience hates them, every time a new comic walks on stage, the audience is like, I hope this person is better.
Yes.
And you just got to be nice and cool and make it better. And don't over crowd work and don't under crowd work.
And don't call anyone racist.
Do Goldilocks crowd work.
Yeah. You got to feel it out.
Do Goldilocks.
Do Goldilocks.
Goldilocks.
In the butt. Anyway, so, Maxim.
Yeah.
We're coming to the end of the podcast. You have been an extraordinary guest. You've
Amazing
shared a
guest.
lot of great stuff. Would you please plug and promote anything that you have?
Thank you guys so much for having me. This was delightful. I'm glad that I got to come back and experience the in-person Two Nosy Meerkats. But you guys can follow me on Instagram at asparaguts. It's like asparagus but guts. Follow me on Twitter at
clever,
Maxim of Allen. And then I have a podcast called Don't Quit Your Day Job. It's on Spotify, Google Podcasts, all the platforms, and on YouTube.
Apple Podcasts?
Apple Podcasts as well.
What about Google Play?
They're gone.
So someone like Maxim can listen to it.
But yeah, so like Don't Quit Your Day Job. Lucas and Gabby have both been on it twice each. So check it out. Please subscribe on YouTube. I would love it. My goal is 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So go check it out. It's just on Instagram, it's at DQYDJ_pod. So don't quit your day job _pod, basically. Just follow it and all the links are there. Go check it out.
Oh, yeah. And Two Virgins Comedy.
Oh, and go to Two Virgins Comedy on Sundays, or Tuesdays. What am I saying Sundays for? Yeah, if you're ever in the East Village.
that's a Lord's Day.
Because it's a Christian, it's a Christian show.
It's the Lord's Day. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so follow Two Virgins Comedy on Instagram. We do a weekly show in the Village. Come hang out. We'll make fun of you. I promise. You'll love it. You'll love it. You'll have a great time, and we'll roast the shit out of you.
Hell
Now
yeah.
that we've said Two Virgins, I just want to end the podcast by saying one thing. It was Ash Wednesday recently.
Oh,
When I see ashes on people's face for Ash Wednesday,
you want to go?
I get every single time.
got a
I'm
little
like,
schmutz.
they got mascara on their face.
Yep.
I never know it's Ash Wednesday until I see it, and the first one always catches me by surprise.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You're just like, what? Oh, yeah.
And I grew up Catholic.
Yeah.
I know.
But-
and ashy.
What are you guys giving up? And ashy. Wow. Okay, I'm moisturized today. All right.
I moisturize as well.
I've had to start moisturizing my eyelids. It's a new thing
Whoa.
for me. I don't know what's going on. But if you
damn.
guys were giving up something for Lent, what would you give up? It's hypothetical. You got
Being-
40 days. You can't do something. What do you
Being
do?
beautiful.
Being beautiful.
40 days it is. I'd give up the concept of time
Whoa.
so that it wouldn't even be 40 days.
Sneaky,
I'd give up
sneaky.
Lent.
Oh. All right, getting serious, you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in.
Wait, do you have anything to plug? Anything?
What do I have to plug? I'm sure I'll put it on my Instagram. You don't want to listen to anything I've said anyway after the way I fucking bombed that Lucas's ex joke. You don't want to listen. You don't want to know anything I have to say. So whatever. What I want to plug. Oh, Lucas and my roast battle just went up on YouTube.
It's on our YouTube page. Check it out. The full thing.
Go
So
check it
much
out.
fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It
He
was a
won
blast.
by the length of one pube.
Yes.
It
The
went to
width of one pube,
the
I'll
width-
have you know.
the circumference.
Oh,
Went to
yeah.
audience vote. It was a really great time.
Oh yeah, it was awesome.
Real quick, I do want to say though,
Oh, yeah.
aside from these specific plugs, I would say in general for listeners, just go see some live comedy. Like
Yes.
every comedian I
Yes.
know, if you come to a show, every comedian I know is so grateful to have you there enjoying comedy. So just go. Just try. If someone hands you a flyer on the street, just do it. Just
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
yes. You'll have a great time. So
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
if it's on 2nd Avenue and 9th Street, definitely come.
Especially that.
Especially where I'm at.
Yeah. One small plug for me. March 25th, my sketch group, 24-Hour Kiss Club, we're going to be performing at Asylum NYC. So we are going to be putting out some promotional materials very soon, but March 25th at Asylum NYC. Mark it on your calendars. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be some sketch. Going to have some comedians also doing some time in between some stuff. It's going to be great.
Amazing.
Hell yeah.
Go check it out.
yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much. This has been Two Nosy Meerkats.
Perfect.
You just did it.
You did it for us.
Did it for you.
A white man doing the job for us.
Silencing the rodents.